Okay, here we go. Lithium-ion battery. This is from Indiegogo backer. I have no idea what this is. It is one smart wireless parking sensor. There's the actual one item in the box wrapped in cellophane. Your job is to let me know low or higher, because this can go up and down. Okay, here we go. So on the box is, I guess, there's a picture. It says contains all these things. Does all these things. And let's pop it open. It has a handy carrying case on the box, although the box isn't heavy. I don't know why you would need that. Okay, slides off. Fensens opens up. First thing you get is to scan the QR code, mount device, and mount phone, obviously. And hit quick launch button, auto launch app. Interesting. Comes with a little instruction manual, which is slips in there. Here's the manual, pretty detailed. Under the phone are the components. Here are the components. We got the main license plate holder, the tap button, some other magnetic thing here with, looks like magnet stickers, another kind of Fensens magnet button, mounting screws, some looks like security wrenches, and two looks like standard AA rechargeable, no, standard AA lithium batteries. And that's what's in the box. The app is 6 megabytes, that's not too bad. I'll actually get this installed. So I took out my old license plate, which uses these bolts. No problem, come out. This is a Mazda 5, 2012, just for reference. And I tried to use the included bolts, but they're actually a much smaller. As you can see, maybe I'll put these in my hand. They're actually much smaller, the included bolts. So I'm going to try the screws it came with, the shorter screws, and see if that works to go in there. Okay, I had to go to Home Depot and get the, in the case of my car, it's an M6 bolt. I got 20 millimeters. You can see here it's slightly longer than the old one. And I also got a washer, so it has the correct amount of surface area grip. Obviously, if you want security screws, you probably have to order them or go to an auto shop, auto parts store, and get them there. But for our purposes right now, this is fine. This is pretty discreet, so I'm not worried that much about people stealing it. Actually, it took me about 5 minutes to, a little tricky to align the license plate and this, because then the bolt wouldn't catch, but just took a few minutes of practice, and voila, it's in pretty solid now. It ain't going anywhere. Okay, next step. Okay, I had no trouble pairing this and to both the license plate holder and to the button, which is actually sitting inside my house. I didn't even bring it out yet. Now I'm updating the firmware on the license plate holder. Okay, nowhere here does it say it failed. It says starting. Now I did walk away real quick to grab the camera, so that might be my fault. But you pull down, it says DFU process failed. There's no way I knew that that was sitting there. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to click back. I'll try and close this. Okay, I got this. You're near a Fensens, start using. Okay. I acknowledge everything. Then it says I agree for firmware. Okay, I'm going to hit upgrade. It says starting. Aha, there it is, the DFU. If you want to see the status, you have to pull it down. Here it goes this time. Better. I agree. It's connecting. Okay, we're making progress here. Does it think I'm parking right now? Okay, there we go. I had to exit the app, go back in. Now it seems to actually be functioning. Oh, it works! Let's see what the range is on this thing. Now the glare. Oh yeah, I can definitely see it. So get close here. Bingo. That's about 3 feet here or something. I'm sure it's adjustable. Hey, it works. What can I say? I'm going to try the buttons now in the car. Okay, this took me a couple reads of the manual to finally understand both how to use the app and how to calculate this number. You have to triangulate the distance between your bumper and the car and the license plate and the height of your license plate. In my case, I have a 2.5 feet off the ground, from the ground to about the middle of my license plate, and so it says 5.5 inches plus bumper hitch clearance distance, which in my case is 3 inches. So 5.5 plus 3 is 8.5. Then you go to this clearance button, hit back, and this drove me crazy. I couldn't figure. I kept hitting skip and next, and then you kept going exit. This is actually a scroll bar here. So I'm going to put 8, which I think is close enough for me. There we go. Now I think it'll give me a little more, because I think it was a little overly sensitive. And I'm sure it's just something you could adjust. I had to get, it took us a while brainstorming about to figure out exactly what some of these pieces are. This is the tap, and you hit this button, and it's going to quickly bring up the app on your phone, just like that. Works great. And this is the holder for the tap right here. You can clip on your steering wheel if you want. This over here isn't described anywhere in the instructions. I believe this is a air vent mount. It's a magnet. So you can use it to mount either the tap, like that, or you can mount your cell phone if you put these stickers on the back. These are magnetic stickers. You can buy these separate. So I personally would probably just use the air vent mount here. For me that works, or the steering wheel one. And I don't have any use for the cell phone mounting, because I already have, thanks to other crowdfunding sites, another great cell phone holder, so I don't need this. So after a good 15 minutes I finally got my wife's phone paired to the device. The trouble is I had to turn off the Bluetooth on my phone, and then it would be able to see it, because it couldn't see it there. And once you do that, then you'll be prompted for the share code you can find other devices, and go through the same process, you know, get it connected, then close the app. For some reason you need to close the app or reboot after you do it the first time, but then it comes up, then you log in, and then it starts working like this. Now I'm trying to pair the tap button, and I'm having trouble finding that in Bluetooth, so almost done. See, I'm here in my taps, and it's just not showing up. This button over here, I don't know if I have to hold it, tap it. It's just not showing up here on my wife's phone. It did work just fine in my phone, so I don't know what the problem is. It doesn't show up. Well, I have tried and tried and tried. I even tried deleting the tap button off my phone and seeing it would come up on my wife's phone, and no luck. So that's a fail on sharing the tap button, which is kind of important. I'll put a post on the crowdfunding site, see if anyone else is having the same problem. But otherwise, the device works fine when you can get it actually connected. Which for my wife's phone, I keep having to sign in. Even every time I turn her phone off, it sends me back through this startup thing. So that's actually not very pleasant to keep going through this setup over and over again. Here it is searching for the same thing again. So it seems like you can't reboot your phone. It forgets your username and password. Oh, good Lord. This is not working for me. You just can't keep going through this setup process every time you want to use it on a shared phone. It's not working. It's also 100 and... You know how hot it is in the garage here in Las Vegas? Okay, I've been at this for 2 hours, and it's 102 degrees inside my garage in Las Vegas in August. And we're making some progress here, but seems like the problems are with sharing to another account and getting the app to remember your username and password. Seems like every time I reboot it, it forgets who I am. But the device physically works fine. I'm happy with it. I'm sure there's... Okay, I just realized I've been fumbling for half an hour. Apparently when you're in My Taps, this button that says Add Click Launch, you have to press that to actually get to the next step. And then once you hit that, then you can actually see the button to pair it. So that I don't even know why you need the intervening step. What's the point?